Toothpaste is a must when it comes to caring for your mouth, but could some formulas actually be causing more harm than good? What signs you need to look out for when it comes to protecting your pearly whites?
How many miles can you put on your vehicle before you need your oil changed? How low is too low when it comes to tire tread? Do you really need to keep your tank full when it's hot and cold? These are just some of the questions experts at the Car Store Service Center answer for us so we can keep our vehicles running right.
He's traveled the world singing for heads of state. Now he delivers the news to folks here on Delmarva. WWOC's Michael Chesney stops by to tell us a little bit about himself and to share his vocal talents.
And Salisbury University getting ready to perform Camelot. Coming up, we'll have a preview of the show.
And she's made it past Gordon Ramsay's test on Hell's Kitchen, and she's from right here on the peninsula. Today, this local master chef shows off her skills in the Delmarva Life Kitchen.
The highly anticipated CBS drama Golden Boy premieres tonight. Coming up, we get a sneak peek. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
And you know, I want to start off the show by talking about yesterday's show.
Do you want me to talk over you while you're talking about yesterday's show?
No, because that's rude. Dr. Phil obviously doesn't realize that's really rude. No, we got a lot of calls about Monday's show. Some Comcast customers were watching the show toward the end, and they actually heard the audio of Fox 21, which at the time was Dr. Phil.
Right.
You know.
So it's, yeah.
How rude. But I just want to make sure that you didn't miss anything, and if you did, here's what you missed. Me guessing that Brian was in Dover, and Jimmy getting it wrong again. Just need to clear that up.
Did you have to bring up that part too?
I did. I had to clear that up. I want everyone to know.
All right, so we try to make sure they got the flip switch right this time. Just on the off chance I get to be right, but you never know.
You never know.
Also, by the way, if you're in Salisbury, it is primary day, so be sure to exercise your right to vote. Get out and put an X somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
It has been a tough 6 months, to say the least, for University of Maryland Eastern Shore President Juliet Bell. After a student homicide, though, this is important for you to know, the campus community is giving her a solid vote of confidence. The Student Government Association president told this morning's Daily Times that she is doing an amazing job. That was from Shanna Washington. Observers say that she has taken defining steps to prioritize students and academic programs at UMS. So, Dr. Bell, wonderful job. That's a tough start to the year.
Yeah, sometimes what you see in the media or what you see if you're not there isn't what it really is.
Right.
So we just wanted to get that out there.
She stepped up and done a great job.
By the way, we speak with Pocomoke City Police Chief Kelvin Sewell tomorrow, talking about crime.
Right.
And, you know, he used to be a homicide detective in Baltimore. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that segment.
I got to meet him for the first time the other day, and I'm anxious to see this segment because he really seemed like a down-to-earth nice guy.
He is. He's like, we're friends now. We're buds.
Neat guy.
Hey,
if you have ever considered mentoring a child, but you really weren't sure what to do, here's a good place to start. Take a look at Marie McIntosh. She is teaching adults how to be mentors. Sussex County is looking for mentors, especially in the area of reading. Only cost you an hour a week. The Creative Mentoring Training Session is at the G.W. Carver Center, Frankfort, Tuesday, 9 to noon. You can find out more by calling Michelle Murphy at 302-732-1522 or just go to our website, delmarvalife.com. We got a link there for you.
Yeah, mentoring. It's wonderful. Now, Baltimore wide receiver Jacoby Jones. You know, we got to see him dance a bit during the Ravens win over San Francisco. Now he gets to share his skills as the first contestant announced on Dancing with the Stars when the new season premieres March 18th. That's exciting.
Yeah. I want to see if he can do the same thing on the dance floor as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's go from football to basketball. We'll stay in the sports arena, as it were. Eddie, we'd like for you to meet Eddie. Eddie is a sea otter at the Oregon Zoo.
Oh, I love otters.
You can call him LeBron James, though. You can see he's got a little snow on the roof there. That would be because Eddie is 16 years old, and he's learned to play basketball.
Aww.
Liking that. He's got arthritis, so they taught him to play basketball to keep his elbows loose, and he's good at it.
Is that old? That's old for otters, 16?
Yeah, they live to be like 15 to 20. So they said he's considered geriatric.
And look at the gray hair. How adorable.
Look at the basketball. That's what I'm looking at.
That just proves you're never too old to learn something new.
Especially if you're an otter. I don't know.
Well, students at Salisbury University are getting ready for their performance of Camelot.
Show set to kick off, runs for 2 weekends. Delmarva Life's Brian Spiros is at the campus of Salisbury University this afternoon with more on the performance. Brian.
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, the performance features both acting and music students here at Salisbury University. And joining me now is Dr. T. Paul Pfeiffer, who is the director of the show. So the first thing, explain what the premise is behind Camelot for people who may not be familiar with it.
Camelot is a very lush romantic musical based on the legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. It focuses on the love affair between Arthur and Guinevere, and then between Guinevere and Lancelot, and how that brings about the downfall of the dream.
So sort of a love/tragedy.
Yeah. A bit like Romeo and Juliet, without death.
The other thing, too, is what kind of work has gone into making all of this happen?
We started planning this about a year ago, and design team, music, all that. We had auditions in December and started rehearsals third week of January. We've been rehearsing for 4 weeks, so it's a lot of work to do in 4 weeks.
A lot of work. And as we mentioned, these are acting and music students who are taking part in the show. And with that said, what can we expect to see this weekend and the following weekend during the performances?
Well, it's a very big, lavish, big costumes, pretty scenery, lots of pretty lights. It's not a heavy dance show, which is one of the reasons we chose it. It focuses more on characterization and on the singing.
All right, so a lot of good stuff that we're going to see the next 2 weekends. So enough about us. We're going to move out of the way. I'm going to direct your attention to the stage. Here's one of the musical numbers from the show titled Camelot.
We have far and away the most equitable climate in all the world, ordained by decree, extremely uncommon.
Oh, come now.
It's true. It's true. The Crown has made it clear. The climate must be perfect for the year. A law was made a distant moon ago here. July and August cannot be too hot. And there's a legal limit to the snow here in Camelot. The winter is forbidden till December and exits March the 2nd on the dot. By order, summer lingers through September in Camelot. 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 I know it sounds a bit bizarre, but in Camelot, those are conditions are. The rain may never fall till after sundown. By 8, the morning falls.
All right, while the performance continues, here are the details of the show. Salisbury University presents Camelot at Holloway Hall Auditorium. The show's March 1st and 2nd at 8 p.m., then on Sunday, March 3rd at 2 p.m., then the following weekend, March 8th and 9th at 8 p.m., and then again on Sunday, March 10th at 2 p.m. Now, for more information on the show, or if you missed any of the information we just gave you, all you have to do is go to our website, delmarvalife.com, click on the show tab. Jimmy and Lisa, I'm going to hang out here and keep watching their performance. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
I hear Brian sing.
Yeah, right? No,
hear
I
Brian
want to
sing.
hear them sing.
Well, okay, that's it, yeah.
Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, there seems to be a toothpaste for everything. One that whitens, one that freshens breath, one that restores enamel, but at what cost? We found out which kinds of toothpaste may do more harm than good.
And you already know there are several options when it comes to car maintenance. We know that we need to change the oil, rotate the tires. The question is how often? We're going to break that down and separate some facts from fiction.
And later, recognize him? You've seen WBOC Kent County Bureau Chief Michael Chesney reporting from Legislative Hall and other points in Dover. Today, we get to see his musical side. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers. And State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.